Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is the Lady of the Throne, Divine Astrology, where God dwells within me as me. And I am back to talk to you guys today about whatever is going on. Today is Sunday. This is God's day. And honestly, I can say that my Sunday has been quite graceful. Just taking in the beautiful energy all around me. And I have been, for the last couple of hours, I have been watching this video of this young girl who is permanently paralyzed. And I think she's from Georgia. And sometimes she'll pop up on my shorts feed, or she'll just come up like as a recommended video on YouTube, and I'll see her sometimes. And today I was watching a video of her, and she has a big spirit, like a big energy, and she still is the same person, that she's always been, the same attitude, the same mentality, but it's just that her life changed. And I don't know, I just felt my empathy toward her was just like off the charts today. And I just felt so connected to her heart space, because I was like, wait a minute. It just felt like she's a true warrior. Like no matter what happened to her on her journey in her life, she's still a warrior. She's still powerful. She's still confident. She's still aware of who she is. She doesn't change just because of her circumstances. And I definitely resonate with that, okay, because of, who I am. But just watching her story today, I was just like, wow, it's amazing to see someone not lose their soul or not lose who they really are in the midst of adversity. And she's a young woman. She has children, and it's just like, wow, she's going through all of this even with children. She's still making it, and she's just radiant. She's so beautiful. And I was looking at the comments on her channel under her videos, and people are just so rude, they're so horrible. And I'm just like, oh my God, what did she do? Like what is the energy that others have picked up about her before this happened? And so I was just kind of, curious about that, because maybe there's something there that maybe like people pick up. And no matter what happens, I think sometimes people just don't forget when, if you do things before that, or if you ruffled a lot of feathers before something like this happened, people just tend to not forget about those times. But for me, I have to be forgiving, right? So for me, I'm just like, whatever she did, I don't know who she is at all, but I forgive her for whatever, she did, because I'm sure whatever it was, the lesson is learned. But it just shocked me about the way that people are, is just people don't show empathy toward other people, and they don't show that they care. They don't show that they understand someone else's struggles and situations. And I'm just like, people are just ruthless. But anyway, that's been my evening, just kind of ruminating in that energy a little bit, and just kind of extending some type of forgiveness to her. Okay. So let me go ahead, and I'm going to open up the Bible and see what page wants to come up, what message wants to come up, and what page. So I have the Bible closed right now. Give me a second. Let me open it up. I'm using the NIV version. I like that one because it's simplified, and it's just easy for when I do videos for people to understand it. All right, so I just turned to, I just turned to the book of Psalms. This is page 692. This is Psalm 43. And let me tell you what it says. Vindicate me, my God, and plead my cause against an unfaithful nation. Wow. Okay, this is going to play into the message that this is going to play into my real life experience. Me kind of like saying that I forgive this woman. I don't know who she is, but just looking at her life now. Okay, this is going to have something to do with that. I could tell. So listen, it says, "Vindicate me, my God, and plead my cause against an unfaithful nation. Rescue me from those who are deceitful and wicked. You are God, my stronghold. Why have you rejected me? Why must I go about mourning, oppressed by the enemy? Send me your light and your faithful care. Let them lead me. Let them bring me to your holy mountain, to the place where you dwell. Then I will go to the altar of God, to God, my joy and my delight. I will praise you and oh my, wait, I'm sorry. I will praise you with the, I think this word is lyre or lyre. Oh God, my God. Why, my soul, are you downcast? Why so disturbed within me? Put your hope in God, for I will yet praise him, my Savior and my God. Okay, wow. I think that this has something to do with people who are like, I feel like this is something about a lot of people in praise, a lot of people needing rescue, a lot of people needing to believe more in God, because see, there could be so much wickedness, so much evil, and people can walk around living their lives trying to do the best that they can. And then I know that defeating Satan directly is very hard. A lot of people can't do it successfully. A lot of people are not as strong. And it's not because it's not because they don't pray. It's not because they don't believe in God. It's not because they just go about doing all types of bad things. Some people can be so weak in the spirit without knowing, based off of a vulnerability. See, it can be as simple as a vulnerability. So I think that there's a lot of people who pray. There's a lot of people who, fast, who worship, who talk about the Bible, who talk about the scriptures, who talk about this, who talk about that. But there's a whole lot of talking and not a whole lot of living, not a whole lot of treating people the right way. All people, not just who you pick and choose. There's a whole lot of talking and not a whole lot of true kinship, true love toward other people, and true respect toward those who do believe, who are anointed, who are chosen, and who have a place in the kingdom of heaven that had been given to them before they were born. But see, the reason why a lot of people who are chosen or anointed don't get that level of respect that they deserve, don't get the level of attention that they deserve, don't get the level of honor and praise that they deserve for always being a strong person and having a resilient heart, is because you live in a society where there's so many things put in place. There's so much structure. And the world has been designed to hate the truth. And everyone has been playing a role in this like game of pretending. When it comes to the real thing, people run away from that. They flee. Because society is designed for people to lie, to fake, to cheat the game, to cheat the system, and to manipulate minds so that the truth won't be revealed. But you see, those people who curate this society, the people who put everything together, the people who structured it to be this way, to have you live in fear, are those people The only reason why they're afraid of the truth being revealed is because they don't want the uncovering of the corruption, the lies, the scandals, the mind games, the manipulation, the brainwashing. That's what they're really afraid of. See, it's not really, okay, let's say this. The puppet masters are not afraid of the truth itself. They're only afraid of what people knowing about this truth, how that can change the world, and all their corruption destroyed. So they're afraid of the consequence. They're not really afraid of the truth itself. They're afraid of the consequence. So the thing is like they know what they have done to brainwash people. They know what they have done to oppress people, specific types of people, such as gifted people, intellectual people, geniuses, all types of stuff. And they have done something where this is what happened. And I'm just going to tell you guys what's going on. So, in the year of 2017, I decided to start my first YouTube channel. And I was known on that YouTube channel as the Goddess Counselor. That's when I had just began to publicly express my gifts to others. Now, I was having fun. I had gone through a full-blown spiritual awakening, but I had not gone through, oh, and I also went through a dark night of the soul, but I had not gone through my big, grand awakening. The same awakening that elite society knows was coming. They already knew when I would activate. So what they did was they tried to jump the gun. They tried to hurry up and curate or design an entire reputation for me before this moment would happen. So they sent in agents. They sent in so many different people. They have watched me. I have been watched by high intelligence agencies and all types of people that you guys can't even imagine since I was younger. I have always been watched because they know my secret. They know that I descend from heaven. Now, what they do with this is because my skin color doesn't match the images that they've already put out. They have tried to set up things in my life and for the public to see something that is not true of me by bringing certain things in my unaware state. Me not being consciously aware exactly of who I am. Because it was designed for no one to tell me. Because the minute people find out, they get envious of me because of my position in this world. The minute people find out, they get jealous of me. The minute people find out, they wonder why is it that they're not chosen to do a certain thing in this world, or why can't they be as close to God as me? People grow hatred. People feel like it has to be something that she's not. And it may be something that I am that's better than her. So why is it that this is who she is and is not who I am? People begin to question their own identities. And then that's one thing. But then you also have wealth in abundance, true royalty that comes with me. I have a lot stored away. And I also have things that people have tried to take and things that people have taken. And it's people in the world who you see on those stages, those platforms, who do things like pay a lot of money to big companies and organizations all over the world to suppress me. So, again, the reason why you don't see me right now in some beautiful, huge castle or something, whatever you guys expect, is because of them. The reason why you didn't see, or you never heard of, because none of you saw this, but the reason why you never heard of the story of Jesus Christ, where he was in his royalty and all rich and everything, is because of them. See, the thing that they leave out about Jesus Christ is that he is royal. He had so many, he had gold, he had riches, he had wealth, he had all of that. But the story you're going to get is the carpenter side, the builder side, right? You're going to get that. But you don't start to learn about the riches and the royalty and the wealth and all that until after he dies, right? And then you hear about his riches in the kingdom of heaven, and then all that truth starts to come out. But really and truly, Jesus was surrounded by kings when he was born. He was already born into a family of royalty. Kings all over the land will come to find the Christ child and honor him and praise him and gift him with riches, literally gold, literally jewels. See, he had all of these things in heaven and on earth. But they want to tell you so much about the trials and tribulations because they want you to feel like there is only one version of God that can defeat Satan. And they want you to feel like Jesus is the most powerful one. But if you're really reading the Bible, Jesus himself says, after this, there will be another that comes in who is more powerful than I. You have to pay attention. But see, I know a lot of people are not paying attention because I know what's driving this entire campaign. What's driving this campaign is a whole bunch of wickedness in places where there's a lot of money being pushed around to some of the wealthiest people in the world to control and manipulate a lot of things right now, using, which is so sad, Black people the most to do this, to push out their agendas, their plans, to constantly suppress and oppress Black power. You're doing it to your own kind because they're doing it. Is it because it's cool because that group over there is doing it and you're affiliated with them? Or because that celebrity is doing it and you're affiliated with them? Or because someone that you work with is doing it and you affiliate with them? Is it just cool because of that? Because I don't think you guys are paying attention to what's playing out in the world right now. There's things happening in this world right now that never happened before. And all of you know why, but you all want to play what? Coy. Dumb. As if you don't know who's doing this, as if you don't know why this is happening, as if you don't know that you constantly going against the real thing is what's making these consequences for you. So the very thing that you guys feared would happen, and so when you decided to try to plan and arrange everything before I would find out, it actually turned out worse by trying to like do it before it actually happened. You guys move a little too soon with that, because the very thing that you didn't want to happen has happened in the world. This is a universal thing that's going on. It can be any country near or far, any city near or far, and any person near or far. If you have decided to go against me, you will see things show up in this world that you cannot explain. No human brain on earth, no matter how witty you are, can ever explain things like this. But see, the problem is when you get two things involved: a lot of money and a lot of book knowledge. It's gotten to the point where you have people working in fields who have nothing to do with me, who feel so intimidated and shaken up by me, not realizing that they're in a totally different mindset, because genetically, you're not my kind. And you feel some type of way about it because you know that you don't have this kind of blood. You don't have this kind of bloodline, and you know that it doesn't trace back to that place. Ultimately, it does. But how you show up and identify yourself now, that's the thing that makes you feel some type of way. But there's no doctor, there's no surgeon, there's no lawyer, there's no politician, there's no president, nobody in this world who can ever go against heaven. So you can get any kind of group together on earth, but you cannot think that going against the kingdom of heaven, which is what I belong to, even though you guys are trying so hard to not make that the truth, and you know it is. You know it is. You know it is. You know it. All of you know it. Which is the reason, see, nobody's asking themselves, okay, why is she being so closely watched? Obviously, that's why. Think about it. Since a child. See, there's good and there's bad with secret societies. Part of your groups know that this is something sacred, and the other part of your groups know that you're watching because your way of trying to keep this away from mainstream has been to twist everything like the devil does. You want everybody to think wrong things. But what people don't know is that you guys are the same, you evil, wicked people are the same ones who set up every single scenario in my life for reactions, reviews, and speculations. So that you can create your music, your content, your motion pictures, your stories, so that you can continue to funnel this type of royalty into your own, right? Not realizing that if you look around and if you started off in this game, quote unquote, with 100 people around you, count how many you have now. You guys need to stop pretending and start to think smart. Because when it comes to intelligence, I don't think you guys really understand what type of intelligence I'm talking about. You can be the world's greatest doctor in this world, but that's because you studied for half of your life to become one. So the next time you guys send someone to me to test, make sure that that person can pass theirs. You can be the most powerful person monetarily in this world. And you can do whatever you choose to do with your money. But my thing is this. Keep playing the backfield, because what you guys have all done is you've worked all around me, never really in my face, but you've worked all around me, creating things to make other people think that this is something that's actually happening. But all the while, none of the things that you guys have tried to create or tried to manipulate is actually happening for real in my life. You guys have done all of these things around me as if there has been this like invisible bubble around me that none of you have ever really penetrated with none of the things that you have done. You guys have paraded around. You have partied and clinked glasses to what? Ideas in your mind, the manipulation of energy, the manipulation of words, and the manipulation of time, the manipulation of everything for your audiences, your groups, your people. And let me not forget to mention that the NFL, what do I have to do with the NFL is what I would like to know. I don't even watch games. But for some reason, the NFL watches me. You guys have taken your money and you have connected with people in healthcare systems to go against me because you guys put what? Your bets on me? Or what is it about? Something that you guys think you can buy or that you can own? What is it? Because there's no way in the world that NFL players should be manipulating people in a healthcare system. But see, when you have a whole lot of racism and prejudice involved, these are things that they're going to be, quote unquote, getting away with until big old God comes in. And then you'll see what you actually can get away with. You guys have celebrities that you don't even know. You guys are watching their Instagram or whatever platforms they're using. There's different platforms nowadays. I never had a TikTok. And that's another thing. That's another thing. There's some things that I've learned that was put on that platform. You guys didn't think I knew about that. But that's a shame that how much evil you have in your heart that you don't even tell me. But that's in the past. TikTok knows what it is. So my thing is this. You guys have taken money and you have done the worst things with it. Because really and truly, you guys who are doing this, you're evil. You guys feed off of energy from people that's in the media and in the spotlight. You go and watch the things that they talk about, the things that they post and things that they do. And then you guys get fueled up by that negative energy. You guys don't even realize what these people worship. You don't even realize what they really be having going on. But now you do. Now you do. My thing is, if you don't really know a person, don't go off of what a group is doing, what a group is talking about, and what a group is trying to... Because you don't even understand that the group has led you all to something that none of you can even explain. See, right now, everyone's going to laugh and joke and play around as if none of this is like nobody's... The whole goal is to act like it's not happening. But all of you know that these things are happening. But I guess that's a part of your oaths, is to not say anything, right? But I wonder, how long did you guys think that you were going to get away with all of this? That's really what I'm trying to understand. It's so much weakness in grown adults. It's a lot of weakness in men, especially. I have seen, the things that I've seen over the last 5 years are so horrible. But you know what? I know that I'm always piercing your souls and haunting your demons inside of your souls, that sometimes I forget that there's a whole other type of people here. And there are some other people who really understand this whole situation, and they have love for me and I have love for them. See, the all of you wicked ones who were trying to do something because you were lying behind my back, because you were trying to steal from me behind my back. See, you guys didn't think that I knew what was waiting for me. Is it because nobody told me? Of course. Any normal human being would think that. She doesn't know because nobody told her. How do you know? Just like in summer 2020 in Los Angeles, California, you guys didn't know what I knew. You didn't know what I saw. And right now, if I wanted to, I could name every single person involved. I guarantee you. And I don't care how many people it is. So keep pretending. Because pretending is only going to lead you to, I'm telling you, it's going to lead you to Satan. And when I say that, I have never lied to you yet. You see it. Choose God today. That's all I have.